Now we're ready to drill the holes in the raised panel. Now, before I do that, I want to explain to you that this is the cross-sectional view of the arrangement. And this is a lamination, but it's not doweled. There's a good surface area there, so we just glued that. It's perfectly okay. But in this end, this is a lamination here, but we're going to have dowels coming in through this section from the raised panel into this vertical here. Remember, this is a long plan view, so this is a very long piece of timber. And we're also going to have a dowel through here. So the first thing to remember is that we want to avoid fouling of these dowels. Now there's two ways to do that, but I'm going to show you one particular way. And this is the raised panel, and this is the section. This is the one, you'll notice here there's two dowels further down on the piece here and two dowels up in this direction. So we're going to drill to match these two into the raised panel. Now when you drill the first two, you use Dowelmax as normal, and you would drill through 2 and 3. Now when you come to do this one, the raised panel, we're now drilling 4 and 5, so we avoid, you can see there where we avoid fouling the two dowels. Now the other good thing about this is we can set this extended distance gauge. This is exactly 14 and 9/16, and we can use that for both lengths, so that's an added advantage. Now this is 7/8, so if you recall the simple formula, 7/8 half to 7/16 less 3/8 is 1/16, so we install a 1/16 spacer in between the reference bracket and the guide bracket, and that will center you exactly on 7/8 wood. So you've got a check mark here and a check mark there. So this check mark goes to there, and we slide Dowelmax up to the end and get it flush. I quite often use my nail for this. Now remember, we're missing 1 and 2, 1, 2 and 3, and we're going to drill 4 and 5. Now I try and get into the way of always inserting the distance gauge into the last hole I've drilled. If you start doing various things, you can lead to mistakes. Make sure Dowelmax is firmly up against the pointer. Now we'll go back to drilling 1 and 2, and we do that all along until the end. And when you do this, you'll find it's all accurate within thousandths of an inch. It's set up so that you can't possibly go wrong with this. There's no misalignment whatsoever, because they're all identical. Also make sure your rod is level. That can also lead to a slight misalignment if you do that. I like to do two. I don't like to do one dowel. It's just a personal preference. It's perfectly okay to do one, but I just prefer to do two. Now when we get to the end here, because we've moved down this way for the raised panel piece, there's not really enough room to do two dowels, so we're just going to do one at the end here. Use number one. And that's it, finished. And you won't get a stronger joint than that. And I would not recommend using biscuits for that type of joint. It just wouldn't be accurate and strong enough. Now we are ready to dry fit the entire end assembly. And I'm going to do something that I always tell you never to do, and that is dry fit with all the dowels. You should only dry fit with about 50% of the dowels or less, because if that goes together, they'll all go together. So first of all, this is the center panel, and we're going to join the rear post. So make sure we get this. We want a real relief here, so that's in the right position. That done. You'll never get a stronger assembly than this. Now ready for the front. Two verticals. This is the fluted one, and make sure we're joining in the right place. This is the 2 and 3, so that's correct. And the last step is to join that to the raised panel, which is this 3 and 4. Again, we have a relief on this side. That's it, complete, ready to be assembled.